didn't recognize that you put in and you got a live off of it. You said obviously he was calling out a bunch of other stuff, but I just wondered if you recalled what that was and kind of what that chess masters were like with Rondo.
That we got what? A lob off of it?
He said a live. And I'm not sure exactly what he meant, like a live look.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, yeah, but everything we did was try to trick Rondo. You know, we know how smart he is, and you know, wanted to have some deception to our game because he knows all our package. So, you know, yeah, we had a few extra tricks in there for him.
Okay, makes sense. Frank, that second unit with LeBron went on an 8-0 run in Boston to start the fourth quarter. I believe it was 11-0, and then finished the third on a 5-0 run. What did you see from that group again, and then how key was that?
Yeah, that was a huge run, a key run for us. You know, we got again just like you got 4 energy guys around Bron, and you know, Trez continues to finish at a high rate at the rim. You know, Talen's giving us a good lift. AC, I thought Kuz played really well, made some great extra passes, which was, you know, when we struggled the last 3 games offensively, we wanted to return to that extra pass mindset. And, you know, I thought Kuz led with regard to that in that stretch. But both games that rotation is, you know, one that worked for us.
And then last thing for me, just how about Schroeder and Caruso and KCP defensively, Frank, on getting into guys, getting steals, the crunch time plays. What did you see from your guards defensively?
Yeah, a lot of speed, a lot of scrappiness, a lot of hustle. You know, I thought those guys did a really good job on Trae Young. We did a better job taking the ball out of his hands in the second half. And he's really, really difficult to guard. He's really difficult to guard without fouling him. We gave him his average on free throw attempts, 11, which is, you know, I guess it's, you know, could be better. But for their team, you know, shot 17. You know, so I think we did a good job with the rest of those guys. We took the ball out of Trae's hands, okay, and he gives it to the bigs at the rim. You know, our guys swarming the paint, making those types of plays. But Alex, KCP, and Dennis were really good. Just trying to stay with Trae.
Thanks, Will. Happy birthday, first of all. Frank, when you find a lineup like that works and stuff like that, how did that get cooked up in the first place? That 5 guys together. What were you hoping to get from that group? And then now that you've seen it work 2 games in a row, do you feel like, yeah, this is something that I think we can go to pretty regularly?
There's a lot of lineups I feel like we can go to. You know, we got a lot of good players. We got two good players in Wes and Keith that didn't even play the last 2 games. You know, that I would feel great about those guys being in there too. You know, so you know, it's just one of those things. You know, it's I'm sure it's not going to work every night, but you know, when we shrink the rotation, guys, you know, aren't sitting on the bench as long for longer stretches, so you have less cold guys coming into the game, and you know, I think our group benefited from those types of adjustments.
Frank, did that exchange between the courtside fans and some of your players in the fourth quarter expose anything to you in terms of, you know, that the league has enacted protocols that the players must follow? You guys can't even hug the opponents into the games. If there's fans in the arenas that can take off their masks and yell at the players.
Yeah, well, if that happened, then it certainly exposed something with regard to having fans in a pandemic. You know, you obviously can't have fans taking a mask down and shouting at our players with the virus out there during these times. So, you know, I really don't know what happened on that play. Just relying on what you just told me. But I'm sure the league will take a good look at it.
Hey Frank, you guys have, I think, shot 33% or under from 3 in like 5 of the last 6 games, and obviously early this season you guys were riding high. I think you had like 41% at one point. You know, what have you seen of maybe? Is there some way that defenses are adjusting to how you guys are getting 3-point looks, and you know, what has to be done to build back to where you guys were?
Well, you know, we started shooting the ball with a lot of guys shooting the ball far above their percentage. So there's always a reversion to the mean. I think part of it is that. You know, part of it is we feels like we've been on the road for a month and a half. and there's a fatigue element to that, both with the shot making and the ability to work for shot quality. So just ebbs and flows that you're going to see in a normal NBA season. But hopefully we get home, we kind of get our legs under us, get our minds refreshed, and return to form.
Two more, Yoa.
Hey Frank, Alex has led you guys in plus minus in 4 consecutive games, and tonight he had a season high in minutes. Has he grown in importance for you guys on this trip, or what have you seen out of him in these last few games?
Well, I'm playing him more, but he's certainly he's one of our best players. It's the simplest way to put it. He typically moves the needle in a positive direction. You see that with the plus minus, not just in these 2 games, but throughout all of last year. We do want to make sure that we're using our depth, so we're not overplaying too many guys. And but Alex is just one of those guys that impacts both ends of the ball. He really, really impacts our defense, and his versatility offensively, the ability to knock down threes on the backside, but also make plays off the bounce, be a good screener, be a crasher, be a roller in LeBron's pick and rolls. They're all ways that he impacts the offensive end as well. So, definitely got huge contributions from him tonight.
Last question, Leonardo.
Coach, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Today you closed the game very well. What do you think you should improve for the future, knowing that you're the team to beat in the entire NBA?
Well, we still have a lot of areas to work on. We're a work in progress, but if we can learn lessons while we win, like we did, we had 2 long film sessions after the Boston game, even though we won that game, and we'll continue to stick to our process of really focusing in on habits. There's not a lot of practice time, so what we do in the film room and our ability to carry that onto the court, it's important, and it's a huge part of our identity. Our ability to mentally grow from that room. So, we'll continue to stick to our process and hopefully get better.